back where I live. It's rainy and cold, and of course, I just came from Cancun, which was awesome weather in the 80s, and just super pleasant. But I'm back home now, and actually, the vacation's extended because I had to go pick up a dog this morning, and I'm at my daughter's house watching the dog, and then they arrived in later tonight, and so I'm the airport shuttle guy for them as well. So haven't had much of a chance to get home. My plane arrived a little late last night, 12:30. I didn't get home till about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning. And luckily, fortunately, I took the day off today, so I have time to kind of run around and do these things. So, but just kind of a little bit of tired and frustration, the stress of the everything coming to an end. It just regretting being at where it's 46 degrees and raining. It's just not my idea of what I wanted to come home to. But that's where I live. That's where all the grandkids are. So that's where I live. So there was no games yesterday because it was a travel day for me. So we're skipping 429, doing 430. We're minus 982. We just refuse to get green here. But we are heading that way. So we were minus 299.43, and now we're minus 982. With a set of games today, it's minus $325. So our adjusted total is 334.82. And of course, there's no results, so we don't have anything to the plus column here. So our daily running plus minus is minus 325. That's our running count overall. And again, we got it down to minus 982 yesterday, or the day before, rather. Now we got to get it pushed into the green here. I think today's the day. So let's go take a look at what we got on tap. There's a full slate of games. There are 15 games. It's actually 16 games because Detroit and St. Louis playing a doubleheader, and I did not handicap that one because I don't have info on it yet. So I've only got 15 games prepared, and that should be well enough. So game one, we have Detroit hosting St. Louis in the front end of a doubleheader. We have Detroit winning 5-3. We're in agreement with Vegas. Vegas has it minus 1.5 runs, plus 160. So we're going to double down our base bet of 5, make that minus 10. The money line is minus 125 Detroit, which confirms that they are the favorite and St. Louis is the dog. We have 8 runs combined. The totals are 8.5. We're going to take the under. We get plus odds here, so another $10 bet. So total bet $25 this game. Baltimore hosting the Yankees. The Yankees are on kind of a tear. I haven't done this yet, but I think I'll do it now. I'm doing every game. I'm just hiding them. But this is every game, every team, every game, the outcomes. This is where I collect my data, and I'm doing something kind of cool this year that we'll talk about later. But you can see when New York went to Milwaukee, they scored 30 runs in 2 days on them. So they're rather hot, I think. Baltimore kind of chilled them out last night with a 2-0 loss. But I think the Yankees are finally getting to where everyone thought that they would be. They're probably the hottest team in baseball at the moment because I think the Dodgers have kind of cooled down just a skosh. But Yankees win 5-3, minus 1.5 runs, plus 140. So we double down on anything that there's a plus sign on. This column, or that column. The money line is Yankees minus 125. The totals, we have 8 runs. The line is 8.5. We're going to take the under and we'll get plus 105. So again, another $10 play, and we're betting $25 total on this game. Miami hosting Colorado. Two of the major league teams are not quite where they want to be in terms of being ready for the season. It's let's have a toss up on this one. We have Colorado winning 6-5. We're on the other side of the line of Vegas. They say that Miami is a favorite. So we're getting plus 1.5 runs, minus 190 on the odds, and plus 120 on the money line. So that's going to be our $5 play. We turn into a $10 bet. A lot of runs. The line is 7.5. We say it goes over at -125. So $20 play here. Kansas City at Toronto, and Toronto's been playing really well. And I don't know what the pitching matchup is because this doesn't matter to me. But it must be favoring Toronto because Kansas City is +1.5. Kansas City is a better team than Toronto, but the pitching matchup looks like it forces Vegas to go with Toronto. So we get the Royals get 1.5 runs, -180 on the odds. And then since we are the dog, it's a +120. So we've got one bet for 10, everything else for 5. The line is 7.5. We say 7, so we're taking the under, getting 140 and a $20 play. Boston hosting San Francisco. We think this is going to be a 5-1 victory for the Red Sox. Vegas doesn't see it that way, so we're getting a 1.5, -150 on the odds, +110 on the money line. They clearly feel that San Francisco should roll into Boston and beat them, and we're going to counter that with a $10 play. We say 6 runs. The line is 8.5, taking the under, -130 and a $20 play. Cubs at the Mets. We say it's going to be a 1-run game. Mets prevailing 4-3. We are in agreement pretty much with Vegas here. We do get the 1.5 on our side because we're saying that the Mets will not beat them by 2. And so we default down into the 1.5. -200 on the odds, -125 again. That's Vegas, considering the Mets the favorite. We say 7 runs, 7.5 is the line. We take the under, -130, and just a simple $15 play. Just all base bets, -5, -5, -5, -5. So this, I fill this in and it fills in the actual bet. So there's only 3 plays here, but -15 is the play. Minnesota at the Chicago White Sox. And I think the White Sox are adorable right now, but Minnesota's really Minnesota's going to roll into Chicago, and they're going to beat the White Sox 6-3. So we're giving up a 1.5, -105, and we're in agreement with Vegas, -170 on the money line. We're taking a rare over here. We say 9 runs, and the line's 8.5. So that's a -115. We're just right in line with Vegas. No special plays, so -15 on our overall. Milwaukee hosting Tampa Bay. We feel like Tampa Bay will win the game 6-4. So we are on the other side of the line. So we're getting a 1.5. We're getting plus odds. We're getting the money line, and so we're doubling down on all these plays. And we feel that it'll be a 10-run game. The line 7.5. That's the only -110. Everything else is plus odds. So that's a $25 play. We've had a $30 play before, which all 3 are plus odds, but haven't seen one in a while. Texas hosting Washington. We think that the Nationals will come in and beat Texas 5-4. We're on the other side of the line. Vegas feels differently, but we are getting a 1.5. -165 and a +130 on the money line. And so we've got, remember that we can't count this plus. We can only count this one, and this one. So it looks like we have 2 plays here. So +130 on the money line, that's -10. +105 on the totals. We say it goes over 8.5. We say 9. The line's 8.5. So we're playing 2 double downs here for $25 play. Cleveland at Houston. We have Houston winning 6-2. We are on the same side as Vegas. So we're going to cover the runs. So we're giving up -1.5 runs, getting plus odds. So +120. So we're double down here. -170 in line with Vegas. We say 8 runs. The line is 8.5. We're taking the under, -135, and only the 1 special play here for a $20 play. Philadelphia at the Angels, 8-1 is what we say. We're going to give up the 2 runs, get plus odds. So there's our double. -140 on the money line. We say 9 runs, 8.5 is the line, -125, a $20 play. Cincinnati at San Diego. We say Cincinnati wins 5-2. The Padres are actually favored. So we're getting the run and a half, minus 160 on the spread, plus 135 on the money line. So we're going to double down here on the money line play. We're saying under 7.5 runs. We're getting the plus 100, which is actually just even money. But we're going to double down on that, make that even money play, a $10 win. Pittsburgh at Oakland. Oakland's showing some signs of good life. We are on the other side of the line. We think that Oakland shall prevail, and we're getting 1.5 runs. So we're going to take them, minus 150 on the odds, plus 115 on the money line. So that's our double down. 5 runs total, 7.5's the line, minus 120 for a $20 play. Atlanta at Seattle. Seattle's been doing really well, particularly at home. They're hosting the Braves, very strong team, the Braves. We are on the side of the home dog here. And if you play football, basketball, home dogs are the good, always seem to be a good wager. So Seattle plus 1.5. We're getting the 1.5 runs, minus 175. And then the money line, we're taking Seattle, that's plus 105. So here's our double down on that. And then we say 5 runs, 6.5 is the line. It's kind of low. We say even below that, and that's why we're getting these good odds here, plus 115. So we have a $25 play on this one. Dodgers at Arizona. We say the Dodgers win 5-1, 1.5. The Dodgers are favored, 1.5, plus 140. Here's our double, 120 on the money line. And then we say under 9.5, and we're getting plus money here. We're going to double that down, so a $25 play. So that is it. I just like to do these to get them on record before any first pitch goes down, and that way we know that it was all legit. And I didn't go back in and change anything. That would I would do that one time, get busted. That would be the end of this whole thing. So I'm not ever going to do that. So that's going to do it for us. Hopefully, we're going to put some more wins across the board and make some money, get this thing going green, and keep it consistently green. And maybe this channel can grow a little bit, and we can help other people make some money. And that sounds all cool and everything, but really, this is all about experimenting with this project I got going. Major League Baseball. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll see. We're committed through the end of the year, through the World Series and everything. So that'll do it for now. Thanks as always for tuning in, and I shall now bid you adieu.